right, good morning, ladies. I think I've put together something that might make some sense to all of this. Okay, so I think you guys are pretty good about doing the recipe conversion factor, which is simply you divide your current recipe yield into your desired recipe yield. So in this instance, it's going to be 19 divided by 4, which is the same as the old school. 4 goes into 19, right? And this is just a made up equation. I didn't pull it from the homework or anything. Okay, so that is equal to 4.75, okay? All right, so we go from there. An example of a problem, 12 ounces of chocolate is how many pounds and ounces? All right, so if we want to take this recipe conversion factor, multiply that by the 12 ounces. So, and I write like a left-handed person even though I'm right-handed, so I'll have to tilt every so often. So you do 12 ounces times 4.75, right? And that's how you get it converted over to the new desired yield. All right, so that equals 57 ounces. All right. So how do we convert this to pounds? Well, you've got this handy dandy sheet. You probably have your own, whatever you had to do. It's like the second week of class. And on mine, it states that 16 ounces is 1 pound. Okay, we have ounces, we need to get to pounds. Okay, so 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. Okay, all right. So what I do here is I write down the 57 ounces. Okay, I make a little plus sign, and then I say 16 ounces down here, and 1 pound up here. All right, and the reason I can do this is, I don't even know what the name of the term is anymore, but basically you can say, if you divide both sides by 16 ounces, so if you do 16 ounces over 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound over 16 ounces is equal to 1, because 16 over 16, that whole thing is 1, all right? That's probably an aside, that probably just got you confused. So ignore all that and then move back down to this. So anyway, point being, that's why you can do what I'm about to do. All right, so here you've got 57 ounces. You're gonna divide that 57 by 16. And what's gonna happen is your ounces cancel out, so you no longer have ounces. There you go, ounces are gone. 57 divided by 16 is 3.5625, and all you have left is pounds for units, LB, okay? Which that's the exact same thing as saying 3 pounds plus 0.5625 pounds, right? Okay? So we know we have 3 pounds here. So I'll go ahead and put the 3 there, but we still have this 0.5625, okay? So everything that is to the right-hand side of this decimal point, I take over here, oh, you can't see me, sorry, is 0.5625, all right? Pounds, because it's pounds. You have your 3 pounds plus your 0.5625 pounds. All this is still in pounds, okay? And we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did above, except for in reverse, okay? So now you've got 0.5625 pounds, and we need to convert it to ounces, okay? So you need to put your 1 pound on the bottom and your 16 ounces up here. So you're essentially multiplying your 0.5625 times 16, and that results in 9 ounces. All right, so your answer is 3 pounds, 9 ounces. All right, I hope that made some sense. I'm gonna pause just for a second. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the homework. I did one from week 2, which is the Penang curry. Okay, the current yield is 4, the desired yield is 159. All right. Sorry. So this ends up with a recipe conversion factor of 39.75. Once again, both you guys understand that one. Okay, so what I'm going to take is the very first one, the ghee, which is also ounces and pounds. So we're just going to do the same thing again, just on a larger scale. So the ghee turns into, it's 2 ounces times 39.75, which then equals 79.5 ounces. All right, so we do the same conversion that we did last time. The 16 ounces is 1 pound, right? So 79.5 ounces, 1 pound is 16 ounces. All right, so you end up with 5 pounds. Okay, it's actually 4.97 pounds. I just round it, that's close enough to 5 pounds. When you're doing this much, you're not gonna notice that 3/100ths of an ounce, or of a pound. All right, so, I hope this makes sense. I guess I could put 5 pounds right here. All right, then the last one that we're gonna do is the same homework. Okay, but I'm gonna do chicken stock. So we're gonna bring this RCF that we did before of 39.75, and we're gonna convert it to the chicken stock one. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. All right, so the chicken stock was 1 1/3 liters, which is 1.33. All right, so what are we converting this into? Well, first of all, let's do liters, okay? So we do the 1 1/3, or 1.333 liters times 39.75, okay? That yields you 53 liters. All right, so we're working in liquid measurements right now instead of weight measurements that we were before. All right, so from our handy dandy chart, 3.8 liters in a gallon, 3.8 liters in a gallon. So that equals that, right? All right, so you got 53 liters. All right, I make my little plus sign. Once again, you get 3.8 liters in a gallon. Okay, and the way you remember it is you make sure your units cancel out. So that's how you know that 3.8 goes on the bottom instead of on the top. All right. Those cancel out, you're left with gallons. 53 divided by 3.8 is 13.94 gallons. Okay, so instead of leaving it at 53 liters, which is what I think you guys did before, I changed mine to 14 gallons because that's an easier measurement because you're doing less of them, right? You're only measuring 14 times instead of 53 times. All right, so here's another question. What happens, so what if the 13.94 was actually 13.325. Now this is a what if, this isn't on the homework, it's just to see what you do with this little decimal point here, okay? All right, so you've got the gallons, so you say 13 gallons plus 0.325 gallons, okay? So we need to find a good unit of measurement for that 0.325 gallons, right? I typically, like if it's a gallon, I think it's easiest to measure in cups. It just kind of depends. So I'll go with the 16:1 conversion. Let's just see what that happens. What happens there? So you got 0.325 gallons. Okay, 16 cups. Oops, messed up. I'll just wiggle this whole thing out and do it again. There you go. 0.325 gallons, 16 cups per gallon. And the way I knew I messed that up is I wasn't able to cancel out my units, okay? So you have to multiply that 16 cups by that 13.25, and you get 5.2. Oh, you can't see me. Oh no. Okay. You get 5.2 cups. Okay. If you couldn't see it earlier, just ignore all that. Okay. Gallons, cancel out. You've left with cups, 5.2 cups. Now you can go a little bit further if you want and say, well, what's 0.2 cups? 0.2 cups. I honestly would just do it in my head and say, okay, that's 0.25, it's close to 0.25, so it's a quarter of a cup. You can convert it to ounces too if you want. It's just kind of what makes you happy. So let's just do fluid ounces. So you can say 1 cup has 8 fluid ounces. Okay. Oops, sorry, hold on 1 second. All right, which converts to 1.6 fluid ounce. So you can go all the way down that rabbit hole if you want, but your final answer would be 13 gallons. And I would just say 5 1/4 cups as your final answer. All right, I hope this helps you guys out some. Let me know if you have any other questions on how this all works, and I hope it was clear. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.